Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Monica and this is Monica's Lifestyle Project. I did update the channel name as you guys have noticed from Monica's Home Projects to Monica's Lifestyle. I feel like as the time has gone, I kind of want to change the direction I wanted to restart this project. I have been absent for almost a year due to a lot of personal stuff that went on almost at the end of 2024, starting to 2025, where I hit a point in my life that I never knew I could hit. It's touching rock bottom and feeling like there's nothing you can do to fix yourself. And no matter how much you try, how much you ask for help around you, the people around us can help us in so many ways, but at the same time, it all depends on how we want to get out of a certain situation. For me in 2024, at the end, I didn't know what was going on with my body. A lot of changes to a point where physically I always felt drained. I feel like my energy levels were always depleted. My brain wanted to say, okay, let's do this project, let's do this, but my body wouldn't respond. It was always just consistently being tired. No matter what I did, like even if I rested 9, 10 hours, I still felt very drained. I still felt like I didn't have a lot of energy. And I did gain a lot of weight in this past years. I was at 170 pounds. That weight alone made my body feel exhausted. My legs were consistently hurting all the time just to sustain that weight and walk during the day. I did decide to take off my birth control since I had worked out. I tried to watch how I ate, and still with all those changes, I would hit a where I wasn't seeing anything and I would just stop and continue that cycle of working out, stopping because I didn't see results and I just didn't feel like I was accomplishing anything at a certain point. I did decide to take out my birth control in April of 2025, and that kind of started something more crazy than I think of. Thought mentally I would be okay, but the hormonal change that occurred caused me to have anxiety attacks, panic attacks. My emotional state was just so drained. I got to a point where you tell yourself, like, how am I supposed to fix myself? Like, how am I supposed to stand up today and look at the mirror and say, you got this? Like, when everybody around you is like, well, you're okay, you seem okay, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you don't know how to express what's wrong with you anymore. You feel like no matter how much you try, you just have to push yourself and say, okay, I'm okay. But in reality, the inside it's breaking and you can't even cry anymore because there's just no tears. Like there's just emptiness. It's not even sadness anymore. It's just feeling empty. Empty to a point where you look inside and you're like, what am I even feeling? Is this sadness? Is this anger? What is this? I just couldn't understand what was going on with me. I started to have a lot of panic attacks, anxiety attacks, triggered just randomly. Now, I don't want to say I had depression or felt like I was depressed because I didn't feel that. Talking to my therapist, because I did wake up one day and said, you know what, I need help. I'm not going to get through this by myself. And yeah, as a therapist, sometimes, a lot of people say, how is a therapist going to help? They're just going to tell you what you already know. But at the end, it's not about them telling you something. It's about them actually hearing you. For you to be able to go into that space, just say out your thoughts, say out your emotions, and not feel like somebody's going to say, oh, but this and this and try to fix you. It's just more of the therapist listening to what is going on with you. And you even tell yourself, okay, I know this is what's wrong, and I might be crazy because it's not me. But then you kind of start to just lift this weight just by saying what you actually feel, what you have emotionally that you didn't even know you had in there. And then slowly you start looking at yourself differently into a point where you're like, wait a minute, when did I lose myself? I got to that point about 3 months. I had anxiety attacks, so I had to consistently work on my emotions, how I was feeling every single day. I did start working out again, and my main thing that I started to do was walk every day, walk for an hour. It started to help to just be able to talk to myself, to talk to my little version of me, and actually look back and say, is this who you wanted to be when you got to this age? Is this who you expected to be? Is this who you want to be? Or are you going to take charge of who you are? You look at yourself in the mirror, and it's crazy because, like, you see yourself, but you don't see yourself. Like at the same time, you're like, who am I? And to a point where you're like, that's where it kind of hits you harder. For me, it was like for the last almost 8 years, I just been on autopilot. I've been there but not there at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Like a lot of times when my emotions or a lot of times when things happened, I would always just be like, okay, it's okay, like push them down, continue on, ignore them, because if you ignore them you can't feel them, right? But then eventually they catch up. Eventually they start to crack us into a point where you just feel broken and you don't know how to fix yourself. And like I said, for me, it wasn't about somebody coming to fix me. It was about, when am I going to fix myself? When am I going to say enough and is enough and pull my energy back? And it took a while. Like there's some days where you just feel like your energy is so depleted. I don't know if it was a lot to do with my birth control, like, the emotions, the way that it controlled my body, the weight gain. I don't know if it was all those factors. Yeah, I started to see my therapist. I started improving my workout routine. I started to increase my strength training. I've been more consistent with working out. I do stop, like there's breaks in between, like it's not perfect. I continue to walk. That is one thing I haven't stopped to do. And going from 170 pounds to 146 pounds, and I can see those changes in my body too, like the way my clothing starts to fit me, the way my body feels. I don't feel as tired. I have more energy. I feel more motivation. I look at the mirror and I see myself now, but I also see the person I want to become and the person I know that I will be. To reach that new potential, I know that it's in me. Every turn, every new mark, everything, it's for who you're supposed to become. You look in the mirror now and you see this person and you love that person. She's different. The person that you had to be had to disappear. And yeah, it was painful to see her go, but I'm thankful for her because she accomplished a lot of stuff. And looking back at my accomplishments, I see she worked hard. And I know it's kind of weird to refer to myself as her, as in past tense, like if she's gone. But the reality is that's how it feels. Like that person is gone. And the person that is here today, she's different. At first it does feel like you're mourning yourself. Like you are putting yourself in a grave and you tell yourself, I want to go dig her up. But then the new version of you, the new person you're becoming tells you no. That part of your life is gone, but now you are you. Like how much are you willing to love yourself and to accept who you are, who you're becoming? And that made a huge difference into my recovery. I kept focusing on others. How are the people around me going to react when I'm broken right now, when I can't do this or can't do that because I'm broken? Like I just feel like I'm in a point where I can't even breathe today. I can't even stand up today. But yeah, I have to stand up today and act like everything's so normal because that's what I did for so many years. That's the routine I did for so many time, and that's who I turned into, somebody that I didn't even like her. Like if I look at her and I would be like, why did you do that to yourself? Who would like you? But then that's who I was for so many years, so many times that I'm like, why did I let that happen to myself? What happened to who I am today? But going through therapy, I was able to also forgive a lot of stuff that I didn't know I had buried inside of me that was causing me a lot of pain. And kind of going through those experiences, talking with my therapist, we had about almost a year of therapy, and you tell yourself, okay, well, I don't want to be in therapy my whole life, so how long is this going to take? And at the end, yeah, it comes down to you. And now I can't imagine going back to that place, to allow sadness, to allow outside things to start breaking me down. Now that time has gone on and rediscovered myself and continue to work on who I am and continue to work on me as the time goes, I have found my energy, my motivation, my desires of who I am, what I want to accomplish. And I'm able to also restart and retake on my projects that I had so much love and passion for, that was creating this channel. I was working so hard, and then, to just break down. And then it was just an emotional part. And to think of myself of not being able and not being strong enough to complete this project, to work towards this project, was one of the things that would break me down. I want to do this. This is something I'm loving, I'm passionate about. Why can't I complete this? And now that I can start to feel like my energy levels rising, I can feel just the happiness that I didn't think I could have anymore of loving myself. But enough of the sadness. And if you guys have experienced something like this after being on birth control, please leave it in the comments on how you guys deal with it. Like, what are some things that you guys struggled with? What are some things that helped you? I've been reading a lot of self motivation books, a lot of affirmations, a lot of inspirational quotes. Every morning, I try to come outside, look into nature, and see just the beauty of everything around me. I'm going to bring you guys along in this cleaning video. It was supposed to be just like a little mini cleaning video with me telling you guys exactly what has been going on and why I've been absent from my channel. And thank you guys so much for viewing my videos. And I do plan to add more content. And I'm super excited for this project, for this new year. This whole new year has been a rough start, but at the same time, it's been very meaningful, very life-changing. Exactly what I need for me to rebuild myself and rediscover as I have.
When my days end, I might just fall in love. I know the DJ and I love this song. Me and you and the night feels so young. Every single moment has led up to this one. Whoa, did the stars align? Whoa, maybe it's a sign. We should do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me there. And let's do tonight again. First weekday problems are evaporating. Maybe I'm just guessing, but I've got a feeling. Whoa, we could dance all night. Whoa, not the end of time. We could do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me there. And let's do tonight again. Repeat, rewind until daylight. Repeat, rewind and put your hands up. Oh, keep those hands up for tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me there. And let's do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me then. And let's do it tonight. Tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me then. And let's do tonight again. One more dance and I might just fall in love. I know the DJ and I love this song.
Now I will take you guys along with me on this wonderful journey of Monica's lifestyle. So if you guys are new to my channel, I invite you guys to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys to just share everything with you guys. I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on my health journey, which has been crazy because I cannot believe how different I look to how I look now. I'll insert a picture of how I look and how I'm looking now so you guys can see the huge difference. Also, a whole bunch of DIYs, a whole bunch of home projects because I did pause a lot of projects. So I'll be taking you guys along with me on those DIYs, projects, home decor, and of course, a lifestyle. And so I invite you guys to hit the subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.